Hello. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to my class. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, Yuka.
All right.
You can hear me?
Hello.
Okay,
Yes, I
okay.
can hear you now. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Archie. Am I right? Archie. Okay. Welcome to my class. How are you? Mm-hmm.
Pretty well, and I'm very glad to be your student.
Oh, me too. I'm glad as well. Okay, so yes, upon checking, you're gonna have IELTS, right? Speaking test. Are you planning to take the test? Mm-hmm.
Perhaps not.
Okay. Is this for
Mm-hmm.
fun? Okay. All right. Anyway, nice to meet you. Okay, Archie.
Mm-hmm.
It's my pleasure. So, okay. So, what is this for, if you don't mind?
Sorry?
What is this for? For study or for work? Mm-hmm.
Uh, for study, I
For
guess.
study. Okay. All right. Maybe you just wanted to practice. Okay. But so far, so good. I think you have excellent speaking skills. All right. So I guess you already have an idea what is IELTS. Okay. So are you ready? Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. For part one, it will only last for 4 to 5 minutes. So in this part, the examiner
Mm-hmm.
will introduce himself or herself to you. Okay. Check
Yeah.
basic information, your identity. Okay. Ask some familiar topics. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just give detailed and specific answers. So speak around 2 to 3 sentences only and don't make it too short nor too long. So vary your vocabulary. So rephrase words. Happy, over the moon, glad, pleased, right? Okay, you can use some
Mm-hmm.
synonyms. And don't be too formal. So just talk
Mm-hmm.
to Rika. I'm your friend. hmm Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
so here's the rule. Okay, so how to answer part one questions? You can definitely answer it this way. Okay. PREC, point, reason, explanation, and conclusion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for example, do you prefer old buildings or modern buildings? Point and reason. I like the appearance of skyscrapers. Okay. Because they are so
Yeah.
tall, so modern. Point and reason. Further explanation. Okay. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to explain more. Or conclusion, you can put some, but it's okay not to put more or give conclusions if you think that it's a bit long. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Are you ready, Archie?
Mm.
Okay. So here we go. Do you like buying shoes and how often?
I do not like buying shoes because for me it is very hard to make decision which type or which brand of the shoes, and it is very hard um, to identify the shoes. Is it I do not really uh, I do not really confident whether the shoes is fit for me.
Mhm. Okay, it's hard to choose shoes. Okay, or you can say, I am not into shoes. I hate. Okay, buying shoes, you can say, right?
Yeah. Okay.
hmm Or I rarely, sometimes, right? Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
I understand.
Yeah.
Great. Nice try. Okay, so have you ever bought shoes online?
Yes, I have bought uh, more than 3 times
Mm,
online because uh, I usually n- not I usually do I do do not need to make so much decision online. Then I buy it on the shop.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you will just choose directly, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you can order anytime you want, wherever you are. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, while you're sitting at home. All right. Okay, so wonderful, nice try. Amazing. How much money do you usually spend on shoes?
Mm, a little, I guess. I do not spend much money on buying shoes. Uh, I just need the shoes to wear on my foot, and it can make me comfortable. And I do not care about uh, its its uh,
Price.
its
Okay,
surface or color, or just like this.
okay, you don't care if it is cheap. Okay, all right.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Or affordable. Okay, as long as you feel comfortable.
mhm.
Okay, so here, number four. Which do you prefer, fashionable shoes or comfortable shoes?
Yeah, I prefer comfortable. I prefer a pair of comfortable shoes than fashionable shoes because I really not have the ability to follow the fashion. It is very hard to me to make my concentration on who or just like some famous people wear this type of shoes.
Okay, fashionable shoes are okay, maybe it has lots of styles, right? So it might not feel comfortable at times. Okay, we might feel uncomfortable. Okay, so
Mhm.
are you ready for the second part? Do you have a pen and paper with you? Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Okay. Yes, all you've got to do is to jot down notes. Yes, I will give you
yeah.
1 minute to prepare. So if you're gonna take the IELTS test, they will send you a cue card. Okay,
Mm,
or you can use the chat box. Okay, so far so good.
mm,
But yes, you just have to rephrase or don't use so much as simple words like I don't like. It's too simple or common, right? You can say I
mhm,
hate. I am not fond of. Okay,
mhm,
so here we go. I will send the cue card now. Okay, so we will talk about an exciting book that you enjoy. Okay. Reading. You should say when you read it, what kind of book it is, what it is about, and explain why you think it is exciting. And you have to share your answer for 2 minutes. Okay. After thinking or preparing for your answers, fluency and coherence will be tested in here. Okay. Yes. Mhm.
okay.
Question. So here we go. Are you ready? I will set the timer.
Okay.
Okay. 20 seconds left. Are you ready?
Okay. I have read a book about uh, uh, a state of two dimension creatures. Um, I read this book before the week of the national holiday, and it took me about 2.5 hours. This book is a novelty about a fiction uh, fiction uh, artwork, and it took us about a 2D creature try to enter the three dimensions space and make different experience. I like this book because it told us uh if we go through our thoughts and we will break our experiments and make different insights to some social and other conventions.
You're done? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, 1 minute. Okay. So, yeah,
Mm,
almost, okay, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Good job. Okay, so far so good. You were able to organize your thoughts. That was perfect. Okay, so you just have to say 2.5 hour. Okay.
mhm,
Yeah, so in the pronunciation, excellent. So now let's proceed to part three. So this time you have to be more logical. Okay.
yeah.
So, yes. Do you prefer books or movies? You can answer these in PREC method. Okay. Yes. Point, reason. Yes. Explanation and, of course, conclusion. Mhm.
Mhm,
Or you can say first, second. It's what we call listing. Okay. So, of course, you can say your reasons why I prefer books. Why? I prefer movies. Why? First, like that.
mhm,
Okay. And you have to compare and contrast. Are you ready?
mm. I prefer reading books because I like to I prefer to uh, get abstract informations from books rather than directly contact with videos and sounds. It uh, make me take a long time to consider about the concepts and the insight of the author, rather than uh, make me be filled by the director's thoughts uh, and their previous ideas.
Okay, so you can explain more since this is part three. Okay, so is that all? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can say choose, prefer. Okay. You can
Mhm,
say I love reading books because books will not twist. Okay, the story. Unlike movies, they will make changes, right? Since it is from a book,
mhm,
right? You can say that I love reading books since my vocabulary will widen. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have a wide range of vocabulary if I will read the more books, right? Okay,
yeah,
and I will learn new words to use during my tests or exams or interviews, right? You can say that. hmm Unlike movies, all right. So, but of course, in movies, your pronunciation will also improve and your listening skills, right? Okay. All right. So, you can say that. Okay, but so far, so good. I definitely agree with you. I prefer reading books as well. But of course, yes, reading books may take time, right?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, some people will say I prefer watching movies because it would only take 3 hours. Right? Okay. But yes, of course,
But
I.
both of
Mm,
them are time consuming behaviors.
uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But of course, I understand. Okay, so it depends what you're gonna choose. We have different point of views, right? It just depends how we're gonna support our answers. I agree with you. I love reading more. Mhm. Okay, so wonderful. So you just have to make it longer if you can explain your point. But anyway, what I like about you is you don't need to use fillers. Some people might tend to think of more answers, right? Okay, they're while they're thinking, so they tend to yes. Okay, so they need to use fillers like, well, I guess, and they have to use that strategy, right? They have
Okay.
to slow down. But in your case, that's great. You speak English fast, and you're also fluent. Okay, and I like the way you have used the words. So far, so good.
Okay.
Okay, so you just have to do the listing first, second. Okay, but I guess you're a quick thinker. Okay, yeah, so easy to answer surprise questions. Okay. Do you think it is very important to read the book yes, before watching the movie version of it? Yes?
Mm, I think it might be might be indispensable because if we construction the the outlines of the movie, we will digest the insights from not only from the author but also from the director and actors. Uh, some actors will change their behaviors and make second creation uh, from the books. So it might be important before we watching movie to read the book.
Yes, I agree. Okay. All right. So, okay, if I'll be the writer, I'll feel bad. Why did you change my story? Oh, what happened? Of course, yeah, they have to ask for permission from the writer before they do that. Okay, wonderful. I agree. Most especially Harry Potter, those books. Yeah, maybe, yeah, it's hard for them to use their tricks, right? Yes, because they need
Sometimes
to.
it is a template. Some second creation is pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. Okay, so do boys and girls like the same kinds of books?
Perhaps not. Boys like to read some books uh, about exciting stories about uh, the the content which is more logical and uh, more integrated. But girls like to read the books uh, with great words, with great uh, uh, description of one's psychology behavior. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, that was great. So amazing. So how we're gonna answer some questions like these? Okay, you can say
Mm,
some. You're right. You were able to apply it. Some people are like this and that. Okay, others. Okay, yes.
mhm,
And as for me, since you are a man, right? Okay, you can say
mm,
as for me. You can share what kind of books you prefer
mm,
in the conclusion part. You can say as for me, I
mhm,
like, yeah, you can share your idea as a man. What type of
mm.
books do you like reading? Mm-hmm.
As for me, I like to read the book about mathematics or physics or about the uh, fundamental of the word's order. Yeah.
Wonderful. So yes, let me do a share screen, okay, for it to be clearer. So you can use PREC, right? Okay, sometimes in some questions like yes, the point, reason, explanation, and the conclusion.
Mhm.
But sometimes if you have to compare things, you can apply this one. Okay, can you see it? Mhm.
Mm, uh,
Okay.
I haven't seen. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. For it to be more logical, you can always think about
Mm-hmm,
the part three questions from three dimensions, right? Okay. What some people think or do, of course, boys.
mm-hmm,
Okay. What others think or do, girls. And what you think or do, right? Some people are very active, blah, blah, blah. Okay. For example, how do people in your country meet others and make friends? Some people are very active and socialize frequently in their neighborhood, yes, or neighborhood, they make many friends by attending all kinds of activities, right? Majority, right? But
mm-hmm,
others can easily make close friends at school or at workplace because we spend much time with schoolmates and workmates. hmm I believe this is the major way for us to develop friendships. Okay, so yes, as you can see, it was rephrased: develop friendships, make friends, right?
mm-hmm,
Okay, so we have to rephrase. As for me, okay, I find it safer and easier to meet a friend through our common friends. Okay, so use the strategy triangle or PREC. Okay, that's how we're gonna
mm-hmm,
answer it. Okay, so anyway, nice try. Okay, you were able to answer it that way. Okay, yeah. Mhm. And yeah, just add as for me. You were able to compare and contrast both. Excellent. Okay. Nice try. I think you have passed IELTS already.
yeah.
Have you? Okay. So anyway, what kinds of books do Chinese people like reading? How about Chinese people?
Mm, I think Chinese people like to read the books about a personal experience or personal in inside thoughts, such as Lao Tzu and monks, just like this book. But recently, some uh, there are quite familiar with some internet novelty, and this trend, I think it is not very good for our people's um, m- uh, inner side development. Maybe it is not very harmful for a long history period, but recently I found people uh, spend very short time to thought about their behavior and their inner and mental structure, and to try to try to make them perfect at our answers.
Okay, wonderful. I like the way you have constructed your answers. It seems like you're a practical guy. Okay, so anyway, sir, you can use ebooks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
biography, the life of a person. Okay, or
Mm-hmm.
lives, of course,
Mm-hmm.
lives of people. Okay, life, of course, only one. Okay, lives
Mm-hmm.
many. All right, so far so good. So we have finished everything. Okay, congratulations. All right, so let's proceed. Which part do you want to focus?
Mm-hmm.
One, two, or three?
Mm-hmm.
Part three? Part two. Okay, so let's have some more classes or topics.
Mm.
Is it okay? Mm-hmm.
Uh,
All right, so let's proceed to part one. Okay, so far so
uh,
good. You have finished it for, yeah, okay. So easy for you. If I didn't say much, then maybe, okay, you have finished your IELTS test. Okay, so if it's an actual test. So let's talk about concentration. Is it difficult for focused on something?
yeah.
Okay, part one question. Is it difficult for you to stay focused on something?
Mm. I think it is difficult for me to concentrate, to keep concentration on something, especially in on those things which I do not interested in. And I am very easy to be distracted from from some workers which need one to keep their focus on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
So how can we rephrase the word focus? What other words can we use? Focus, concentrate,
Mhm.
right? What else?
Mm,
Pay attention. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So yes, you can add more. Okay. So let's continue. Here we have, okay. Yes. What do you do to help you concentrate?
Mm, the first thing is to make me in isolated room and turn off my phone and just told my friend or the member of my familiar to not to interrupt me. The second method is to just uh, record what we need to do and what I need to do and what I actually have done. Mm,
Wow.
and check it sometimes.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so you did the listing in part one. Actually, you can do the listing like first, second, third
Mhm.
in the part three. But amazing. Okay, you did it. All right, while explaining. Okay, good job. You're also confident. So, what may distract you when you're trying to stay focused?
I shall say everything, no matter the sounds, lights, or some people just walk around me, or they try to put something beside me, or just a phone call, or I have recognized something I should do, but have not done. Um, this problems is variable for me, and I have not find a very efficient way to keep keep it away from me.
Okay, so it means you cannot avoid it. It's unavoidable, right? So, are these things
Mm-hmm.
are? Okay, it should
Yeah.
be are. Okay, yes, unavoidable. Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I understand. Okay, sometimes we're thinking, oh, I think he or she's doing it intentionally. Okay, sometimes, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when most especially when it's during interviews, right? And sometimes we're nervous. Okay, all right, that's unavoidable. Okay, if someone
Mm-hmm.
is doing something else. Okay, so great so far. Excellent. So let's talk about a habit of your friend, okay, that you also want to develop on your own. Okay, do you have a pen and a paper with you, sir? Mhm. Okay, let's proceed to part two.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Mhm. Okay, so describe a habit of your friend, okay, and you also want to develop who your friend is, what habit he or she has, when you notice this habit, and explain why you want to develop this habit. Are you ready? I will give you 1 minute or a minute to think of your answers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 seconds left. Are you ready, Archie? Are you ready?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Mhm. Mm, I am I I am the friend of mine who has the ability to concentrate on unpleasant and boring works, and he could easily finish it in a very stable and a very stable frequency. Mm, the friend actually, maybe I shall call him a tutor, because he is a researcher in my graduation uh, tutor's lab, but he is not my directly tutor. Uh, I noticed that he could make concentration for an experiment all days, but I think most of the experiments are boring and very uh, and it is not interesting for me. But we have to done it. It's repeating again and again. But the this guy could actually make it very perfect and get a good experimental results.
Wow.
I
Okay.
yeah,
Yes. Anything
I
else?
like yeah, I like to acquire this habit because in our life we have to face many boring missions and we must done it and we cannot avoid to uh, to uh, escape from it. So if had have this habit, I could couple with a lot of annoying things uh, I have met.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Well said. And yes, just right on time. Okay. All
Mhm.
right, because you paused for a while. Yes. Okay. So I thought it was everything, okay, that you wanted to share.
I
But
try to slow down my
oh,
speaking
okay.
and make myself connected.
All right. Good. Okay.
Mhm.
So, quite clear. So, uninteresting, you can say. quite uninteresting. Okay, so don't mind the numbers, those are the time. Okay, yes, here in my end. Okay, so uninteresting, monotonous work. Okay, I think it's a monotonous work, you can say, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So you were able to organize your thoughts as usual. Okay, so you also speak clearly, right? So you can say he has done it perfectly. Uh-huh. Okay, so the adverb. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Or his obra maestra, or his work, all right. Or the
Yeah.
output was perfect. Okay.
He is a silent workhorse.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
He is a silently workhorse.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he is a. I'm sorry, could you repeat it one more time?
Silently workhorse. A work
Okay,
machine.
work mission. Okay, so he will just do it on his own. Okay, so it's boring for you. Okay, for you it's a monotonous work. I agree. Okay, but he maybe it's his passion, right? Okay, so he really loves what he's doing. Okay, perfect. So are you ready for the third part?
Yeah.
So yes, this is the sixth topic. Okay, actually. All right. So here we go. Yeah, I have organized your. Yeah, because later I will send you a note. Okay. Yes, after this one. What habits should
Mhm.
what habits should children have? What habits should children
I
have?
see, but it is a open-minded question. Um, but but I think the most important habits uh, the most important habits of children is to organize their life. They should get up earlier and have their meals on time and finish their homework on time and go to sleep and do not sleep too late. Uh, Learn to organize their life is the most important for children. And the second things uh, about children might be their might be reading books or uh, watch the watch some good behaviors from the people who around them. Uh, all of the both of them are acquire knowledge or benefit from the surrounding, and they could increasing their abilities and their knowledge in this habit. The third things I think might be uh, might be sport. I am afraid because if we do not have the habit of sporting, we could not keep our healthy. So for children, uh, cultivate cultivate sporting habit is habit is also quite important.
Okay, wonderful. Ah, do you have a kid? All right. So yes, we could not. Okay, let me send you something. Okay, here. Organize their lives or daily routine or set up a daily routine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can say. Uh-huh. So
mhm,
their schedule, right? Mhm.
mhm,
Okay, they should always take note of their schedule. Observe people's good manners, right?
mm,
Mm-hmm. Okay, or they could increase their ability and knowledge. Yeah, so we could maintain our healthy lifestyle. Okay,
mm,
you could say, wow, wonderful. Health, intellect, all right. And of course, they have to discipline themselves, right? Okay,
mm,
wow. Okay, you're such a good man. Maybe your parents have disciplined you like
mm.
this,
No,
okay? Or maybe you had grown like this. Maybe these are all your routine, okay? Or how you
I
live your
I
life.
I I I am the negative model.
Oh, really? Oh, but you know a lot. Okay, you
Mm,
cannot share if you did not experience it yourself. Anyway, that was excellent. Yeah, you did
mm,
the listing first, second, and third. Yeah, and what I like about you is that you do not run out of words, okay, or ideas. First, second, third, you know what you're doing. If you're going to say first, second, right, or third, you can really share great ideas. Because some of the first, second, that's it, and the third one would be something, okay, that they are not really sure of, right? Okay.
mm.
Amazing, right on point. Okay, I guess you're ready for your IELTS exam, or maybe you're done. So, what habits should parents do to teach their children? Good habits. What should they do?
The most important thing is to make themselves be the living model to their children. Mm, I think if 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 the parents told children to do what they should do, but they could do the same thing themselves, the children will definitely not to be cultivate this habit. Mm, and the parents should encourage their children to make good friends with uh, those who have good habits which parents want cultivate their children. Mm, the peer pressure is rather stress to children, and they will discipline themselves by this pressure.
Perfect. Discipline themselves. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Questions? Do you have any question? Right, but great still. Okay. Why do some habits change when people get older?
Because when people get older, they have to face a lot of uh, difficult, just as they have to earn money to feed their family. They have to face different pressure and defeat. They have no time to uh, reflect themselves and have no time to make their thoughts sharp, make their mind mind strength, and they have not enough time and enough energy to reorganize their life structure, and they have no time to practice and try try time and time again uh, to polish their old habits. So actually, some habits they have on will be decreased, will be diminished, and some habits they do not want they have will be grows silently.
Okay, so as they mature in life, maybe they have more experiences, right? Okay, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's no way out in the type of experience but to change, right?
Change.
Uh, yes. Okay, so you just have to say one, yes, important thing. Okay, but yes, of course, important things. Great, you have mentioned. Okay, important things because there are plenty, right? Okay, so yeah, if it's only one important thing, one only, okay? And so far, so good. You were able to organize your thoughts. It's very important, right? Since fluency and coherence will be tested as well as your vocabulary. So, yes, sir. Okay, so sometimes you can also use idioms. Are you familiar with idioms? Okay.
I do not know much idioms.
Okay, but that's fine. All right. So you have used practical words, okay? Direct to the point. Okay, so for example, happy. I was happy when I saw him. All right, happy over the moon. I felt like I was in seventh heaven. Okay, so it means happy. Okay, when I saw
Mhm.
him or her. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So, do you have any questions so far, sir? Mhm. Okay, nothing.
I guess no more.
All right. So,
But
maybe
actually, it is there, but I cannot find them just.
no problem. Actually, your answers are detailed. I like it. Okay, maybe you're a good advisor. Are you?
No, no.
Okay, I love the way you think and you're confident. So maybe you're used to it. If you don't mind, sir, have you passed IELTS already? I think you have.
No.
Are you?
But I just get a 5.5 about my speaking.
Oh,
It is rather frustrating sport for
yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm. But maybe if you will try it one more time. Okay, so if you don't mind, when did you take your IELTS test? When was that? Mhm.
Uh, for quite a long time.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Obviously, more than 3 years.
More than 3 years ago. Okay,
Yeah,
so if more than 3 years, then now maybe you're gonna get 8 or 7. Okay, so anyway,
I hope so.
congrats. You will. Okay, so yeah, because I feel like you're calm and you're also fine. You're confident. So, okay, anyway, thank you for booking my class, and I'm so happy to have this class. Hope you enjoyed it too. Okay.
Mm,
So,
okay,
congratulations and hoping to see you soon. Okay. So,
okay, and
we have lots of classes here like daily English, free talk. Yeah, we have
mhm,
those and some other lessons that you can learn some idioms too. Like, can you believe it? Yeah. Okay, but
no,
just in case that you want to talk with people, other teachers, or yes, just for fun. Yeah, I know you have passed everything, and I think you are a wide reader. Okay. All right. So, anyway, thank you so much and have a great evening. Congratulations.
and
I
thank you
salute
for your
you.
time.
Okay, goodbye and good night. Sweet dreams.
Good night.
Thank you so much, Archie. Nice to meet you.